Guys, today we've got Adidas and Puma merging. The new Yeezy brand is about to drop a sneaker. And what in the world is going on with Travis Scott? Welcome to Sneaky Sunday. The internet has been going crazy this past few days. But before we get into all of that, let's run through a little release recap because honestly, a ton has happened. First up, the Air Jordan 3 El Vuelo. These things dropped and are still available in a few different sizes. Unfortunately, this pair of shoes was a US exclusive. As far as I'm aware, they definitely didn't drop here in the UK, which is very annoying. The Tom Sachs Nike Mars Yard 3.0 also dropped on the 19th through different retailers. There was a ton. Unfortunately, you had to have partaken in the ISRU camp thing that Tom Sachs did on his website in order to buy them, even from retailers, and I didn't do it. So yeah, I had no chance of buying these, but let me know if you grabbed a pair. Another US exclusive, the CPFM Nike Dunk Pack. They dropped on CPFM's website. Still crossing our fingers for a Nike sneakers app release, which potentially could happen. Don't have an exact release date on that, but if we get any updates, I'll let you know. Either way, let me know who grabbed these off of the CPFM website. Oh yeah, and another drop was the ALD North Face collaboration, which actually was really sick. Now, I obviously didn't buy anything because I just think the prices are too crazy, but I do appreciate the looks. Like, look at some of these jackets. It's basically just so well executed. Like, the elevation that Aimé Leon Dore brought to North Face and their classic like puffer jackets and stuff like that. It looks like a great collaboration because you can really see ALD's influence on here. Let me know if anybody picked any of this stuff up. With that being said, let's get into these upcoming releases. And let's start off with the Nike sneakers app because I've got a few new pieces that have loaded up for October. For you guys out in the US, you got all of the different Shai 001s. These are the three colorways that are going to be dropping on October 2nd. You got the Clay one, the Massey Blue, and the Charm Black. You also got the LeBron 3s loaded up for the 3rd, and then one of my low-key favorites, we got the Air Afriques, the Air Max RK61 in beige and black for October the 9th. We've taken a look at these on Wednesday, but yeah, a really cool pair of shoes, just a little bit pricey, but I guess they are elevated. It is a dress shoe at the end of the day. Ooh, in a couple days, Foot Locker is going to be releasing a horror pack with Crocs. So we got a bunch of different versions of the classic Crocs. We got like the Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th pair with just blood splatters all over it. The knife. Of course, you got a Chucky pair looking pretty wild. Pennywise one's not a fan. The face just looks a bit too like, it looks too cartoonish and weird, but I guess relatively accurate. All three of these are going to be dropping on the 23rd of September through Foot Locker, so if you want them, check them out. We also got the Jordan Trunner. Now, these are going to be releasing through Jordan Brand and Nike on October the 1st in a bunch of different colorways. However, a few of them have been like available now, I think through Dick's. However, I went on their website and I couldn't find anything. Sneaker News is saying that they're available now. Maybe, I don't know, you can find them at different retailers, but I did think I'd just warn you in case you were interested in this pair of shoes. A bunch of different retailers could be loading them up before October. Also on October 1st, we're getting the Sail colorway in the Nike Ja 3. Probably my favorite. I'm definitely going to be picking these things up, even though I have the gray pair, which I really like. This one is definitely super wearable. It's a great pair of basketball sneakers. We've taken a look at these things over and over again, so I'm not going to spend too much time, but for anybody interested or who hasn't managed to grab these things in the other colorways, October the 1st for these, and that should just be through Nike. October 2nd, Nike's dropping a very interesting tech fleece. They're calling this one the Boreas. I don't know how you say that. I'm sure there's an easier way to pronounce that. So it's an entire collection which has people really interested because it looks ultra premium, but also like the hood has a built-in mask. It just looks like a phenomenal fit. Like, this hoodie looks so clean. And then there's obviously like sweatpants included as well, with a little mixture of like the classic tech fleece material, but then also some of that fluffy material. This set is dropping in two different colors. You got the navy one, and then you've also got this black one, which I think is really sick. Although I kind of like the navy. I don't know, but I'm definitely thinking about picking up one of these hoodies. I think it looks sick, but I do also think that it's going to sell out. So just be prepared if you're, oh, there's a third colorway. Okay. Either way, if you're after any of this, October the 2nd. And I thought I'd just include this one because it's pretty hilarious, but Jordan Brand is releasing robes. That is right. Literal bathrobes from Jordan Brand. Like they have no limit of they will drop. Things just keep getting crazier with Jordan Brand and Nike. Sometimes they just really like to go out of the scope of what they should be doing, but it seems like people love the bathrobes. No idea how Jordan Brand is going to try and tie this into basketball, but I know that they definitely will. MJ loved wearing bathrobes or some BS like that. Either way, no exact release date on this, but I'd love to know what you guys think of Jordan bathrobes. Would you buy it? October 18th, we're getting the Jordan 1 High Fur or Pro Green colorway. This one, I don't even think we saw leaks of it, but $185, and it does look really nice. Like, I do like this leather on here. It looks nicely tumbled, mixed with the sail color, and then a little bit of gold for some elevation to make these things feel a little bit more premium. Not a bad colorway if you ask me, but I do believe you will most likely be able to find these things on sale in like a few weeks after the release. October 20th, we're getting the Jordan 11 Rare Air. So this is going to come in a full family size run. I do think people are pretty excited about these because I think it's a really nice colorway, and then it also has like all of those cool Rare Air details. Like, you've got the heavy sailing all around it. You've got the rope laces, and you've also got the Jordan text or the lettering on each of the eye stays. Rare Air insoles, and then of course you've got the blue and the red details underneath. Pretty nice. Let me know if you're gonna be after these, but let's keep it moving. All right, let's talk about these Travis Scotts, because as you know, they were supposed to drop yesterday. However, nothing happened. It was just silence. However, what we did get was an announcement of when they would release, which is November now. So Cactus Jack posted to their page, the story continues November 2025. We've got some promo shots over here of the shoes. However, this is not it, because also if you look down in this tiny little text over here, it says the story continues in Tokyo, November 2025. Now, everybody was super excited about these dropping yesterday. Everybody was waiting because we knew that they were supposed to be dropping on Travis Scott's website. No Nike sneakers app release. So this information not only delays it by multiple months, but also now could it be a Tokyo exclusive? So we got a little breakdown from Sneaker News over here, basically saying that they should be dropping through Travis Scott's website, but then also in Tokyo. So we're not entirely sure. Maybe what could potentially happen is that they'll have a Nike sneakers app release in Tokyo, and that will be it. And then they'll have the Travis Scott website, which will be, I don't know, US only or potentially global. We'll have to wait and see. This delay is really not good news for this sneaker or anybody who wanted to get it for retail, because early pairs of these things have been available for a very long time, which kind of signals that they have just been slowly backdooring the hell out of these all the way up until November now. So we got this post by Uncle Chrissy. He's a sneaker leaker, and he put this here, which I thought was pretty interesting. He said, with all the drama surrounding this release, I'm starting to think we won't see these under $1,000. Lots of talk about the bulk of stock being backdoored at $800 each, so I doubt bulk buyers will be willing to take an L on that price. Hate to say it, but your best shot really may be GOAT Black Friday. That is terrible news. So as of right now, I think on StockX, it looks like average prices are about $2K. I spent a lot more than that to get an early review out, which is, yeah, it's rough. So if you want to go and check out that review, it would greatly help me. I guess just fingers crossed at this point. Hopefully they don't get ruthlessly backdoored, even though it's not looking great as of right now. We don't have an exact release date in November, just at some point. But as soon as we get any more information, I'll let you know. Now, sticking with Travis Scott, he recently did, I guess you could say, a panel or an interview where he went into a little bit more detail about his future with Nike. So I'm not even entirely sure what where he is, what interview he's doing, what this panel is, but he spoke about eventually wanting to have a building at Nike. So he said, eventually I want to have athletes come on there. I have a vision for an assortment of footwear and apparel. He was talking about different sports and how he wants to make footwear and apparel for these different sports like football, basketball, I think he even said pickleball. But that kind of makes sense at this point, because I mean, he did drop golf shoes, so clearly he is very interested in sports and kind of going in that direction. It's like he wants to be an athlete with Nike while not being an athlete. But I think the most interesting part is that this obviously comes right after all of the rumors that he was moving to Adidas and that he was kind of shopping around to different brands and seeing what they would offer him in order to move there. I think reportedly he went to places like was it Crocs or New Balance or something like that, but there was some rumors of a few few different brands. Now, this could either be a move where he's just kind of stating that he wants a lot more from this Nike partnership, and he's kind of saying it publicly, so it kind of puts the pressure on Nike to, I guess, just build a better relationship with him, give him a better deal, give him his own signature line in his own building at Nike. But obviously, we've heard of this before. Kanye West said very similar things when he was at Nike. He wanted more, and then they said no, and he left. We could eventually see all of this come to fruition and them really putting more emphasis on Travis Scott, but I guess if I was Nike, I would be a little bit hesitant because, again, he's a rapper, and you don't know how long his relevancy is going to stay up like it is now. So if they have a building for him and all of these different, athlete collaborations and stuff like that, does that make the most sense for them? It is definitely yet to be seen, but obviously this has sparked a lot more rumors of different Jordan and Nike products like these threes, which we've been hearing about for the longest time. They're rumored to drop at some point. And I think now that the whole Adidas rumor is out there, people are really saying hey, just go to Adidas. We want to see something new. They're tired of the backward swoosh and stuff like that. I mean, people will say that in comments, but then when it comes to an actual Travis Scott release, they'll be eating that up. But let me know what you guys think. Do you see Travis Scott having his own building at Nike and really becoming a flagship collaborator, or do you see him potentially just packing up shop and leaving? Right, this one's really interesting. Let's talk about the new Yeezy brand. And of course, I'm talking about Crocs. Yes, this is a really interesting topic that we've been speaking about for a while now. Crocs has been secretly trying to fill the void of Yeezy. They've been poaching all of Yeezy's old designers. I think they have at least 3 right now. So they have Soleil Bembury, who used to work for Yeezy. They have Dingyang Zhang, who also was a Yeezy designer, and Steven Smith. And now we have just seen the first Steven Smith designed pair of Crocs. This is them. They're called the Crocs Ripple. Immediately very polarizing. They do have that Yeezy energy of something like the Knit Runner or a pair of foam runners. We actually even have a little unboxing. I think this is Brendan Dunn's voice. You can hear him in the background. This is the pair of shoes. You can see that the launch colorway is going to be blue and white, which is an interesting choice. When I first saw these, the first thing that I thought was those big baller brand shoes. Let me see if I can get up a picture. Yeah, these things. This is what they kind of look like. At least they have the same very round shape to them. But yeah, these definitely look a lot worse. Either way, these Crocs actually have Crocs Light on the outside. So everything that you see in blue is Crocs Light, or the Crocs Cushy Mellow Foam. I don't know what they call it, but essentially it's the stuff that you find in the footbed of the Crocs Echo Wave, which if you haven't tried it, insanely soft, squishy, and comfortable. So these could be seriously comfortable, and I mean, I'm excited to try these things out. They look interesting. So apparently they might drop in at ComplexCon in October. Not entirely sure the exact date on that. Interesting move. Crocs is definitely moving in the direction of trying to replace Yeezy. Let me know what you think about these down in the comment section. Would you wear them, or do you think it's a pass? Sticking with Crocs, I had no idea that this was a thing, but Kai Cenat actually has a partnership with Crocs. So when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, isn't he signed with Nike? Because there was all of that drama of him talking about other shoes. He wasn't allowed to mention any other brands, otherwise Nike would come after him. But apparently he's now got his own Crocs partnership, and it's rumored to be worth $1 million plus. So he was on a talk show talking about the Crocs, or showing them off. He's got the different gibbets. They're all over red. Got the Mafiathon 3 logo on the strap, and a few different, I guess, pivotal moments that he turned into gibbets for him personally in his brand. But yeah, I thought this was really interesting because I had no idea that he had a partnership with Crocs. Right, a few releases that are a little bit further down the line. First one, I think is just insane. This is Jordan Brand's wildest shoe yet. When I saw these things, I was like, what are these, devil shoes or something like that? But apparently they're inspired by a raging bull. In fact, they're a Chinese New Year sneaker, Year of the Bull. I don't know how many years and animals China has, but apparently that's a thing. Now, the model that this is on is the Jordan Session, which is Jordan Brand's affordable skate shoe. It's pretty interesting, but these things are wild. It comes with crazy cracked lava looking midsole, which is why I guess I thought that they were inspired by the devil. Then you also have giant red horns on the side sticking out, which is crazy. I mean, you can't tell me this doesn't look like a devil shoe, which is crazy because they sued Lil Nas X for his 666 shoes, whatever the hell those ones were. What the hell were they called? It was the collaboration with Mischief. Either way, these are dropping at some point in the holiday season this year. Let me know in the comment section, would you wear these? We got a couple more leaks of Kobe Air Forces. First one is the triple black colorway, which is going to be dropping next year. So we're not going to spend too much time, but apparently these are going to be coming in the springtime. I really do like the triple black version because it really ties into that black mamba snake skin all over it, and I like that a lot. Overall, these are clean. Again, spring 2026. Let me know what you think of these down in the comment section. But we also got another pair of Forces. This one's a little bit more interesting. So this is the highly anticipated linen Air Force. So they're a little bit different to the originals. I mean, they're very close to the 2007 pair, although that one was $250 and it also had a visible air unit, which these ones do not have. So I think they're going for the regular $150 price point that Kobe's go for. So this is obviously the original one. I mean, still extremely similar to what these things looked like. These should be dropping, I think, spring 2025, or no, that was the leak. So they should be dropping at some point this year, I assume in the holiday season. But again, these are the official images, so relatively soon. If we get an update, I'll let you guys know. We got some more leaks of the Union LA Fragment Air Jordan 1 collaboration. This is the black and white colorway. Turns out they're not actually just black and white. Take a look at this. We got a little bit of Fragment in there. Take a look at that little blue peeking through. Crazy. That is all they did. Yeah, this is probably the most simple colorway I have seen. Of course, it has all of the Fragment branding. It has a little bit of Union in there with the white stitching, and then of course the Union LA tag, which instead of being orange like it usually is, it's now just white. These are the first in-hand shots. You can see a little bit more detail. This text over here is pretty weird as well, where it says Fragment and Union. That we have not seen before, but let me know what you think of these. We've also got some on-foot shots. Obviously, these were the original looks that we had, so yeah, plenty more. And these also have the black outsole, which I'm hoping they do. Maybe it's a sample, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, this is what they should look like. They retail for $200 and should be dropping spring 2026. Let me know what you think. This one's crazy. Adidas and Puma could potentially merge. Wow, so here's some of the details. Puma shares jumped nearly 5% on Tuesday amid growing speculation that rival Adidas could be plotting a takeover. We've got a statement here saying that Puma is in a state of emergency. If management fails to turn things around, a merger with Adidas is the best option. Puma reported preliminary Q2 2025 results that fell short of expectations, with sales down 2%. Both companies have refused to leave a comment. So this could be going on in the background, and boy, it's kind of sad as well, because we got the two brothers, the two German brothers, Adolf and Rudolf, was it? I think that was his name. They started a company together and then they split up because they fell out, started two different competing companies, and then sadly passed away. And now their two brands after their death could be coming together again, which is, man, if they were only alive to see this. I don't think it would happen if they were still alive. But either way, this could be extremely interesting. I mean, as we know, Puma has been doing pretty well recently in terms of like streetwear and I guess collaborations. They got the A$AP Rocky thing, they got LaMelo Ball doing a bunch of cool stuff, Skepta. But I guess it's not enough to really be competing with brands like Adidas and Nike. So this could be a merger that might just really make sense for Adidas to kind of put them up there to a really competitive level with Nike. This could be their opportunity to create something like maybe Nike has Jordan brand and they could create something like that. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know how this would go down, how it would work, whether they still kind of operate as two different entities or whether they really do merge into one thing, and like maybe Puma doesn't exist anymore, they change the name or something like that. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see, and I guess as soon as we get any more updates on this, I'll let you guys know. But it is that time to rate what you guys got on feet. So as you know, every single Sunday I put up a little story on Instagram and I ask you guys a little question. I say, what do you have on feet, because I'm gonna rate it. There you go, the story when I was in the gym this morning. Let's see what you guys got. And again, if you ever do want to partake in this, just follow me on Instagram, and yeah, that's about it. Hell yeah, we got Ashley rocking the new colorways of the New Balance 2000, and yes, these are definitely comfy. I love this colorway. I picked them up, what was it, like a week ago or something? It's so fire. 8.9 out of 10. Love the New Balance 2000. Bruh, Lazarus. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this to you. He's rocking the Yeezy slipper things, the $20 ones. And look, I'm still yet to see a good shot of these things on foot. Every time I see them, they look like, I don't know, some kind of weird cartoony thing. They look $20, let's be honest. I'm gonna have to give these a 3. I mean, you tried your best. Like, the outfit in general is pretty clean, but the shoes is what's killing it. So 3 out of 10. Yo, this is sick. We got the UGG Tasman Hybrids, I think. This is the winterized version. This colorway is dope. So Priestley posted this. I'm gonna give you a 9. This is sick. I might try pick up this colorway. Sekele Leps, I think is how you say your name. What the hell are these? These look like customs or something. I've never seen this shoe in my life. Nike made these weird, I don't know what the hell they're called. The grasshoppers. I don't know. That might be the South African term for it, but they look like that. 3, maybe. We got Angelo or Angelo, however you say your name. These are crazy. So this is apparently Flowers for Society's new sneakers. They look cool. Big fan of Flowers for Society. I love their older models. I have yet to try these things out, but they look really cool. 8 out of 10. Suspended Adolescent already got the Tom Sachs on. Damn, where did you get them from? Tell us. It's also got the Yeezy 450s in the front there, taking them off. Wow, okay, cool that you have them. You obviously partook in the ISRU camp, so I'm gonna give you a 9 for that, for doing what I couldn't do. We got Brando with the Kayano 14s. This is the Jaun collaboration, which is unfortunate because I'm gonna lower your score because it's a Jaun collab. Damn it, I might have to give these 7.5. I think they'd be a lot higher if this wasn't the Jaun one. Damn, bruh. Felipe, what the hell you trying on? He says, random Crocs I tried on at Marshall's. These things look like heels, dog. You sure this is a guy's pair? What in the world is that? Would not have guessed Crocs, not in a lifetime. I'm gonna give these a 1. Crocs heels is crazy work. Uh-oh, we got some, do we? Are these reps? Bruh, okay, we've been through this before. Joy, whatever you got on, I don't know if it's just the blur, but they're looking a little sus. You guys let me know what you think, but I'm gonna give it, I mean, it's reverse mocha, very nice colorway. 9 if they're legit, 2 if they're reps. But there you have it. That wraps it up for this week's Sneaky Sunday. Don't forget we do this every single Sunday, so if you want to stay in the loop, make sure you subscribe to the channel and chuck me a follow on IG and partake in the next episode. And of course, like always, I'm gonna chuck a video up in the top left-hand corner. Check it out.